Today, we need to clear up a huge misconception that's been circulating among fans and even some analysts who should know better. We're talking about the team's ability to renew player contracts before the new season kicks off. A lot of people keep repeating the same line. There's no room in the salary cap. It's impossible to bring everyone back. But when you look at the actual numbers, that statement couldn't be further from the truth. Based on reliable salary cap tracking sources, the team currently holds around $10 million of available cap space. That's not a guess. It's calculated using the projected salary cap, which is expected to climb to nearly $300 million by 2026. But here's the catch. Many are quick to dismiss that 10 million figure as insignificant, ignoring one crucial detail: the concept of rolling cap space, often referred to as carryover money. This is the leftover cap space from previous years that can be applied to future seasons. And in this team's case, we're talking about a total of approximately $30 million still pending. Depending on how the front office manages ongoing restructures and pending financial adjustments, that number could shrink to 20 million, maybe slightly lower, but it's still a meaningful addition. So when you factor in that rolling space, the real cap room is well above the 10 million most people are stuck on. There's another layer to this conversation that many overlook. The team currently has the third highest number of players already under contract for 2026, totaling 46 players during the off-season phase. Considering that only the top 51 contracts are actually counted against the salary cap at any given time, it becomes pretty clear that the roster is already quite close to being fully constructed. Many of those players are on modest deals, so while the total count seems high, the real financial commitments are concentrated on just 3 star players. This is where strategic restructuring comes into play. The front office has a well-established practice of renegotiating the contracts of top-tier athletes during the offseason, unlocking significant cap flexibility in the process. Through these planned restructures, the team can potentially free up an additional $62 million in cap space. This isn't wishful thinking or reckless borrowing against the future. It's a calculated move that aligns with how the salary cap continues to increase year over year. It's the same tactic other franchises use when they opt for option bonuses, essentially spreading payments over multiple seasons to minimize immediate cap hits. With numbers like 10, 20, 30 million on the table and 62 million more achievable through restructures, the narrative that the team is boxed in financially simply does not hold water. On top of that, there are always possibilities to cut ties with underperforming veterans whose contracts no longer align with their on-field production. It's a flexible situation where contracts can be extended, restructured, or in some cases, players can be replaced by younger, cheaper alternatives without compromising the overall quality of the roster. Take the right tackle position, for example. It's widely recognized as an area of concern, but that doesn't mean solutions are out of reach. Whether through internal development or exploring the free agent market, there are feasible ways to address this without blowing up the cap strategy. Remember, last year the team chose not to pursue a massive spending spree that could have reached $100 million in new deals. Whether they revisit that approach this year remains to be seen, but even if they opt for a more conservative path, figures in the range of 70 to 80 million are still within reach. One critical point to understand is that many of these contract renewals will have minimal impact on the cap in the current and upcoming seasons. By structuring deals smartly, backloading cap hits, or using incentives, the team can retain key players while maintaining long-term financial health. The salary cap is not a static figure. It's a dynamic tool that, when used properly, allows for aggressive roster building without reckless spending. Detractors will argue otherwise, but the numbers speak for themselves. Now, let's zero in on specific players who are up for extensions. The most prominent name on that list is undoubtedly the edge rusher who is well on his way to a Hall of Fame career. His current contract is in its final year, and he's poised to command a record-breaking deal. For context, top non-quarterback salaries include players like Jamar Chase, earning an average of $40.25 million annually, and Myles Garrett with nearly $123 million in guaranteed money. These are the benchmarks the team must exceed to secure their star defender's future. Paying a player of his caliber upwards of $40.5 million per year might sound steep, but it's a necessary investment to keep elite talent in-house. More importantly, striking a deal now rather than later could significantly soften the immediate cap impact. Given the team's current flexibility, the practical effect on this year's salary cap would be minimal while laying a solid foundation for future seasons. Delaying such an extension could backfire if other defensive stars like TJ Watt or Aiden Hutchinson reset the market first. It's in the team's best interest to move swiftly and ensure the deal is done on their terms. Another name gaining traction is Tyler Smith, the standout offensive guard who is also due for a substantial raise. The departure of hefty contracts like Zach Martin and Tyron Smith will soon clear additional space, while Ezekiel Elliott's deal has already been removed from the books. These moves create a perfect window to negotiate a lucrative yet cap-friendly extension for Tyler. Currently, the highest-paid guard in the league earns $23.4 million annually, with players like Landon Dickerson hovering around $21 million. Offering Tyler a 4 or 5 year contract with a structured 5th-year option would not only secure his services long-term, but also allow the team to manage cap hits strategically, avoiding heavy spikes in any single season. Such an approach could lower the cap impact from a projected $25 million down to more manageable figures, especially for 2025 and 2026. While this would slightly increase numbers for 2028 and beyond, it's a calculated trade-off to maximize the team's competitiveness in the near term. If things don't pan out, adjustments can always be made, but if the plan succeeds, the team will have secured one of the league's top guards without jeopardizing his financial future. Attention must also be given to Deron Bland, the emerging cornerback whose market value is on the rise, with players like Derek Stingley Jr. and J.C. Horn recently securing significant deals. The bar for Bland's extension is being set. The challenge here is balancing a competitive offer that reflects his performance while managing the immediate cap implications. Since Bland was a late-round pick, the team lacks 5th-year options or other cap-friendly mechanisms, meaning any new deal would impact the cap sooner rather than later. Still, navigating these waters smartly could ensure his retention without disrupting the broader financial strategy. Choosing between certain defensive backs will become a reality. The team might face decisions where keeping one player long-term requires moving on from another. However, with the right moves, it's possible to structure deals that maintain cap balance while preserving core defensive talent, evaluating which players are indispensable and which can be replaced with younger, cost-effective alternatives will be key in this process. Now, shifting focus to recent additions, there's a different dynamic at play. Some of these negotiations won't progress immediately, as both sides may prefer a prove-it year before committing to long-term deals. This cautious approach is understandable, especially for players coming off injuries or inconsistent performances. A franchise tag might be an option, albeit a costly one, particularly for positions like wide receiver, where the tag number is significantly higher than for edge defenders or tight ends. Speaking of tight ends, the market has also seen notable shifts, with several players receiving well-deserved paydays. However, not every player is positioned to demand top-tier money. Some might accept team-friendly deals, acknowledging past underperformance and aligning with the organization's values. Finding that balance between fair compensation and cap responsibility is crucial. If handled correctly, these extensions could solidify key positions without handcuffing future flexibility. Take the kicker situation, for instance. With restricted free agency on the horizon, the team holds considerable leverage. A second-round tender around $5 million or even a potential franchise tag could ensure continuity at the position. Given the player's exceptional accuracy, paying him at the top of the market, surpassing current deals averaging $6.4 million annually, would be justified, though the preference might be to let this season unfold before committing to such figures. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL, Green Bay Packers quarterback Jordan Love has officially signed with the Dallas Cowboys. The unexpected deal marks one of the most dramatic offseason storylines in recent memory and has left fans and analysts alike reeling with speculation and surprise. Jordan Love, who stepped into the starting role in Green Bay after the departure of legendary quarterback Aaron Rodgers, had steadily earned the trust of the Packers organization. After a strong 2023 season that saw him develop into a poised and efficient leader under center, few could have predicted his departure, let alone to a historic rival like the Cowboys. Reports indicate that the Cowboys aggressively pursued Love, in recent weeks culminating in a lucrative multi-year deal that instantly reshapes the NFC landscape. With Dak Prescott's future in Dallas already the subject of much speculation, the addition of Love raises immediate questions about the team's long-term quarterback plans. For the Cowboys, this acquisition signals a bold new direction. Love brings youth, mobility, and an arm capable of making all the throws. Tools that could thrive in Mike McCarthy's system. Ironically, McCarthy was the head coach in Green Bay during the early years of Aaron Rodgers' career, and now he finds himself mentoring the next quarterback to emerge from Titletown. The Packers, meanwhile, face uncertainty. Having invested time and resources into Love's development, the franchise must now decide whether to draft a new quarterback or pursue a veteran replacement. The decision to let Love walk will undoubtedly face scrutiny, especially from a fan base that had begun to rally behind him. This unexpected shakeup has turned the NFL offseason on its head. As training camps approach, all eyes will be on Dallas to see how Love adapts to his new team and how this gamble plays out for both franchises. One thing is certain, the Jordan Love era in Dallas is officially underway, and the league may never be the same. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.